Let's get serious here.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. What?
Alright.
Gracious. So, this is us discussing the end of the week-long challenge that happened 2 weeks ago.
Which, I was gonna say, this has been basically a 3-week process. Because when we started the initial challenge...
Oh, we ended up delaying it a week.
We ended up needing to delay it a week. It's not what you think.
Legitimate reasons.
Legitimate reasons.
On her end. I just
was
okay with the excuse to delay a week.
Like, okay.
So she had a good reason. I just legitimately... Because you had, like, events planned that required...
There were events planned that week that were going to involve movies.
Movie nights.
Like,
and I had already broken on the no caffeine thing, so I was like, yeah, totally, let's wait a week. So, you know, it worked out.
It was great. So we postponed it a week. We did it the second week.
Yes. We
did it. And we haven't even asked each other... Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but haven't gone in depth. See, I'm still like, I'm still on the... You know, you go without something, and you're supposed to go without it forever.
Have you been binging?
And then you finally get it, but no, it's like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, on my lunch break, and I'm like, well, it'd be nice to watch a YouTube video right now. I'm like, I can watch a YouTube video right now. And I will.
So things returned back to the way they were?
No, actually, no, not really. No.
Good.
Yeah.
Why am I suddenly suspicious?
Why are you suddenly smiling like that?
Because I'm suspicious.
We'll talk about it. Now, first
we're talking about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about you.
Oh, evasion. I was right to be suspicious.
No, we can't talk about me the entire time. We've already started with me.
Exactly. So we're gonna keep on the you thing.
No, let's talk about you. We'll morph into mine, and I'll tell you everything. You know I will.
We're already started on you. What is it? Okay.
No, it was a side. It was a side thing.
Oh.
So, my side of the experience was a sidetrack. Now we're talking about you. So AC, how was the first day without what you need to have throughout the day?
Oh, I'm just gonna tell you about the first, 3 or 4 days. Because it was awful. It was actually the worst. Actually, the first day was fine. It wasn't until, 3 o'clock the day after stopping that,
3 o'clock the day after the first day?
Yes.
Okay.
So, almost the full 24 hours after no caffeine. That's when it hit. The head started to hurt. Mm-hmm. And it was 3 days of just, my head hurting, being tired, and being, the grumpiest I remember being in a long time.
I didn't really necessarily see the grumpiness, but he expressed how grumpy he felt. So it
took constant conscious effort not to just be extremely rude to everybody. Just to snap and be cruel to everything they said, and just jab at them in an extremely personal way because I was just annoyed at everything. It was awful. I was so grumpy. No, not grumpy, just irritated at everything. It was bad.
Imagine some poor soul. Man, I gotta use the bathroom.
And but really though, it's I would just think of personal ways to attack their character, or do these things that they do or whatever. And I'd be oh my gosh. But luckily, ibuprofen helped keep the headache down, and then eventually just passed. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but it was a terrible 3 days.
Recap. I think at the beginning we talked about what your challenge was going to be, going without
caffeine.
No, it was going to be soda.
No.
Because you're going to take caffeine pills.
So it was going to be
we got to update them because it's changed.
Yeah, it changed after we filmed the intro. Ended up just going off of caffeine. Or soda in that case. No, not soda, just caffeine. Mm-hmm. Which actually I ended up drinking less soda because without the effects of the caffeine, there was no point in drinking the soda. Like the first day, I had the same amount of soda. And the second day, I had like 1 or 2, and after that, I was kind of like, well, there's just not really much point. So, I ended up kind of not really quitting soda too, but mostly quitting soda too, because it was just kind of like, well, there's no point if I'm not going to get the, the boost from the caffeine and stuff.
Good point.
So, yeah, kind of a 2 birds with 1 stone thing.
That's pretty good. That would be. And
since stopping the thing, I've only had like a handful of caffeinated beverages. Like, now it's like a treat thing, like how we went out and ate today. I got the Coke with the meal.
Yeah, that's right.
Before, I wouldn't get a Coke with a meal because, trying to cut down on how much, because you're already eating out, it's already assumed not really healthy. But now it's like, it's like the one of the few times I'll get a soda. So, yeah. So
you always get a soda when we go out to eat.
No, it's usually water.
Really?
Yes. Unless I'm treating myself with, like, a steak or something, I'm usually a Coke with it.
We must be treating ourselves every time we go out.
I think he gets it. You're making me sound like a terrible, horrible liar. Listen to what I'm saying about the truth of my existence. No, You're not back in this yet. I've gotten water plenty of times.
Sure.
How dare you? You're gonna call me a liar in these things. We're not gonna do them.
I think you get Coke. Not for you. You get it for me. I'm like, oh no, thank you, just water, because I'm just, I just drink water.
And then I tempt you. And
then he's like, it's like this icy.
You see the bubbles going up and the condensation dripping down to the sides. You see that lovely dark caramel color.
And then he's across the table like this.
Because you know you like it. Because you know you like it.
It is tasty. And I mostly enjoy sipping it out of your glass. And I don't drink. I don't usually drink caffeine.
There you go. You need to add the caffeine part at the end. You don't drink. Anyways, so that's my experience. Yeah.
So you have had a little bit, but you don't feel the need to have it all the time.
No, it's just like it's not like I need it in the morning, or if it's like a stressful day, I don't think, I need caffeine right now. It's just like a. Have you
come up with other forms of, like, when you do have a stressful day, what does your mind go to help you, like, deal with the stress?
Oh, just like the healthy coping ways there are. Not letting it get to you and staying in control of the situation, remembering that you are in control, and that whatever is not in your control, you just let go of,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You're smart.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That and Mike at work shares his drug, which is pretty... No, just kidding. Just kidding. And you know stories about Mike, so you know what that might be a thing.
Yeah.
Mike's this great guy I work with a big drug history, but he's good now.
Does he watch this? He
doesn't. No, Mike's not going to watch this.
Gee, why doesn't he watch?
He doesn't know it exists.
Why doesn't he watch our show? Why doesn't he watch this?
He doesn't know it exists.
Well, he should now.
No, I might tell him.
You tell him. Just kidding.
So anyway, yeah.
Mike!
By the way, that was a good question on your end.
Thank you. I didn't write any of these down.
No, so it was a very good impromptu question.
Go with these thoughts. It's very interesting. It's very fascinating.
And so, yeah. And also for the rest of the week, I did notice that while there were no major ups and downs in my energy levels, I did feel like I was consistently a bit more tired than I usually was.
On the week after?
No, like the rest of the week when I wasn't cranky.
Oh,
if that makes sense.
But you're tired.
But now I feel like I'm normal.
Oh.
And actually, I've been able to do more work at work because I don't have the spikes, and so I don't feel like I'm more tired or anything. But the constant, wow, I'm so good with words. But I find that I just do more hard work because I don't have any crashes or spikes or anything. So it's been nice. It's helped with getting stuff done at work.
That's cool.
Yeah. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. Benefits all around. I'm glad we did this.
Me too. I've wanted to do something like this for months, actually.
And that's a wrap. No, I'm just
kidding. And done.
You're like, wait. So anyway, let's hear about your experience. How did the first day go for you?
first day, it's a bit of a blur. I'm not gonna lie. I know.
Bit of a blur. Huh?
I think the beginning of it had a movie night, but I don't know if it was my idea or not. I think it was someone else's idea. But they're like, hey, let's have a movie night. I'm like, okay, but remember, social parties that include movies were okay. So I started off with that. It's not a really great role. But okay, to get down to the nitty gritty, to be honest, it was kind of rough. There was some to not watch a movie before you go to bed. You're just like, what? Why am I here? Where am I going? Nothing as intense as that, but it was just, it's hard. It's hard not to have something just to like tap out of like reality and just go delve yourself in a whole different world.
Would you say that you felt a bit lost without your movie?
Just felt a little bit. Felt a little lonely. Felt a little sad inside.
Jeez.
I did, but there were some moments. Oh, interesting though. I felt free though. For some weird reason, I felt like I didn't have to go watch a movie, so I could do anything I wanted. So I just choose stuff. I don't remember what I chose to do. I think one night I just wrote. Great thing about not watching movies is it boosts your creativity, because now I had to like come up with some other form of entertainment. So it's like I was making the movie something for me to watch in my head. I just, needed to watch a story of some kind. So I was like, well, I can't watch one, so I'll make one up instead.
I find that I write, I have an easier time of writing songs and music when I haven't recently listened to any.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's that same thing of you're not relying on what's already been made to satisfy what you want to experience. So you have to do it yourself, and it's easier too because you're not trying to copy stuff or anything. So that makes sense to me. Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was obviously more productive because I had nothing to distract me, because YouTube and the rabbit hole of the sorts could take me for months and years. So that's generally, that was my experience. A little sad and lonely inside, yet more productive.
How was it towards the end?
It was better towards the end. I mean, it was good. It was pretty good. I feel like it was like a roughly even kill throughout the whole thing. At the end, it was actually maybe just a little bit rougher because it was the weekend. And Caitlin kind of wanted to show me YouTube videos. She's like, Anna, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay. There was
You sounded just like the way she would say it too.
Because yeah, I mean, because reasons. I did watch. There was some moments where I did end up watching a YouTube video.
Well, that was in the course of, like, not research, but learning about something that you were already in. Like you were doing one of your things, right? I remember the story, I think.
Yeah, I remember this too, but I don't remember the particulars.
Because you were learning about something. There's a YouTube video about something from that era or something, and so you ended up watching like that plus one more. But that's I don't feel like that breaks what you were doing. That was with the purpose, not to veg out.
True. That does remind me though. So I'd like come home from work and Rachel would be watching Hogan's Heroes or something like that. So any show that was on at all was like I was be eating my dinner and just be like, it's just like that much more precious. Every bit of show that would be playing, I was like, I'd be watching it. I must look like a real problem.
I think it might be a real problem.
I just really enjoy movies and shows and things.
That's what somebody would say about cocaine, too. And that causes a problem. That's what I said about caffeine.
This is true. I just rubbed my finger all over my glasses. Yep,
Oh,
that
no.
nasty spot. There's only one thing I'm more passionate about than movies.
Anyway, so how would you, in a word, how would you describe / rate your experience with this challenge?
Positive.
Very good.
Productive.
That's 2 words.
Positive. Maybe I'll go with productive. Yeah, I don't know. I would say...
Oh, brothers.
What?
It's not supposed to be a hard question. or
This is a pretty easy question.
or a thought-provoking one either. I guess actually trying to sum something into one word would be thought-provoking. Okay, never mind. Fair enough.
It is incredibly thought-provoking. You must think of the soul of it. But, since then, my post-experience of a week without movies and stuff, I've played a decent amount of YouTube videos. However, they've all been incredibly productive. Well, not all of them. I've watched a number of fun videos, clips from movies and stuff. But I don't feel the need to watch a movie at the end of the day. Like watching some clips of stuff
is sufficient.
I guess I can say that maybe I still enjoy like watching a little bit of something before, like at the end of the night when I'm winding down, about to go to bed or something like that.
But it's a lot less time consumed by that.
I'm not spending my entire evening like when the moment I get back from work. You'd think you'd want to like get back from work and just sit there and go, just relax and stuff. Which you do. You want to do that, a little bit of like recuperating, but I don't actually want to spend my whole evening doing that. It drives me crazy. I need to get up and go do something.
See, that's actually it's actually been shown to be more relaxing, and I don't know about relaxing, but give you more of a break and help you unwind, to not do nothing but to change things that you do. Like Teddy Roosevelt would like he'd paint, he'd write, he'd do all sorts of things. So he'd always be doing something, but he'd always be going from one thing to the other. So he's always kind of like replenished and rejuvenated, because doing nothing really, like, it can be good sometimes to relax to a movie, but if that's what you're always doing, you don't actually end up feeling more, like, you don't feel fulfilled or replenished or whatnot. So yeah, totally so doing stuff actually does help you be more chill and feel less stressed. Well, it sounds like we both got out of this what we wanted.
Yeah.
And then it seems like so far it's lasting. So
yeah.
Well, great.
Challenge success. Challenged. Wait.
Yes, challenge successful. I look forward to doing more.
Yeah.
100% honest. Don't know how to end this.